I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sarah Caroli.
And this is Bookmarked. I'm sitting in a little gamer chair that I just realized my headphones.
You're matching, a little streamer chair. It feels like this is our first episode and we've never recorded an episode ever.
Well, because I'm just having a bunch of technical difficulties right now. Also,
which is fair.
Yeah, but I need to like soundproof every single portion of my walls. It really annoy everybody that I live with. But also, since I had to take this off of the stand completely, I just like unscrewed it from the stand. And there are these little things, and all I keep thinking about is like how much trouble I'm probably gonna go through to try to get it back on the stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's for
that's for later or even next week's problem. That's not. We don't have to worry about it right now.
That's for me in like an hour or so to
Yeah.
figure out, because that will be.
That's how you can spend your night. Well, welcome back to Bookmark. It's only been a week. It feels like it's been 100 years, but it's only been a week.
Well, what was going on? Well, that's because was all of our episodes kind of like pre-filmed?
No, the one right before we took the week off, we filmed that. Wait, maybe we filmed it a little bit earlier, like not the Wednesday before.
Well, no, I think we had to film it on like the weekend or something, because
yeah,
there was something going on.
Hey, you were moving, right?
Well, no, I think that you were like, can we film? It doesn't matter.
Oh, what did I have? I don't remember now. Was it Ocean City?
Was it when you were in Florida? Or Ocean City, that's what I mean. I think it's when you were going to Ocean City, because then you were texting me, and we were texting about the Gracie album, and you were like, yeah, I'm going to listen to it on the way, on the drive.
Okay, yeah. You're so right. It was Ocean City. That's crazy. We haven't sat here and filmed since end of June.
We haven't caught up in a hot minute. But last week, it was because I had no Wi-Fi, and actually yesterday I went through the same thing in this house. Texas weather has been bad in a lot of areas. Some areas are getting really, really impacted by it, but thank God I don't live in an area where it's like really bad. So we've just been getting like light rain here, and also it's so weird to be like saying here and it's not like where I've lived my whole entire life. It's really, really weird.
You have to tell them, for people that don't know yet and haven't been caught up with you.
Oh yeah, you're
Spill
so right.
beans.
I assume that the whole entire world revolves around me, and you guys always know what I'm up to. I did move. That's why we didn't have an episode last week. This is my long-winded way of saying last week I didn't have any Wi-Fi. I had nowhere to film, so I couldn't film the episode, because literally like I had to drive out somewhere and find connection to even like text anybody back at that point. So I moved. If you're watching virtually, I'm sitting in my room right now and talking on this podcast microphone.
We have a Texan on our hands. Woo!
Yeah, I now live in Texas. If you guys didn't know, that's what I've been up to. It's literally only been, well, I guess it's like a week and a half now, kind of. But it's only been a week and a half, and it feels like I've been here a lot longer. I don't know.
It does. Like, I feel like you've been there longer. I don't know if it's because we've known about this.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it happened in such a short amount of time, but it also feels like you've been a Texan for, aww. The screen just gave us hearts on our little streaming thing.
And I did nothing. Usually it's because I did something that like make them like go whatever.
That was cute.
It was cute. I told Sarah and Haley when we did our collab, I told both of them that I was moving, and that was in end of April. Yeah. Like the very end of April, beginning of May. And I had known that I was moving since February, but obviously I wasn't gonna like tell everybody that I was moving when there were absolutely zero plans in place. And granted, there were still zero plans in place like when I told them, but I knew that we were about to go.
Yeah, you were gonna go look
at houses.
I don't remember, it like came out like kind of randomly, and it was literally, if you watched the vlogs from that, she gave me the most beautiful special edition of Throne of Glass, and I think like not in the same like conversation, she also told me she's moving to Texas. And I was just like, I was like, wow, is this for real? Are you for real? And she was so for real.
I am the queen of doing things privately,
Yeah.
not talking about it, and then randomly telling it to people, because I also have this like toxic feeling that like nobody really cares that much, so I'll say it in a nonchalant way because I don't think that anybody cares. So I'll be like,
Which, yeah, I
was
knew
giving-
that's why you didn't tell me. I knew it wasn't like a secret thing. I knew you were just like, didn't want to just like bring it up to me.
I know, and that's what's so bad, is because like I'll tell somebody something and I act like super nonchalant about it, or I won't say anything at all, and somebody will find out and they'll like ask me about it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, like whatever. I just like, and I don't mean it in a negative way towards anybody else. It's like this toxic thought in my brain, because I would literally look at people and I'd be like, oh well, I didn't think that you would care. Like
Yeah.
So I just
when you
didn't.
told Haley so casually, we're just driving to Pennsylvania, and she like casually dropped the bomb that she's moving to the same state. It was so
literally
funny.
And Haley was literally like, what, are you pranking me? And I was like, I
Yeah.
would never, because she thought it was a prank because I was being so casual about it. Like the way that I said it was like, oh yeah, and by the way, like I am moving there. And she's
And
like,
it's not just that you were moving there, but you were like, we're also going like next week to look at houses. Like it was all happening in like the span of like a few days after seeing each other. It was just, the timing was so funny.
it's also just so funny because I got like a few comments, because people were like, you are literally like the queen of just like doing something in silence, and then you'll just like post about it, and then you'll just move on. Like you'll just be like, yep, anyway,
That's why
what-
like having the secret of you doing, this wasn't a secret, but like knowing and like you
Yeah.
not posting about it, I was like waiting for you to say something, because it's just like you moving to a different state was just such like a, just like no one knew, but like I knew in my head. So just in like the background, I was like, can't wait for reactions to this. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh yeah, and here's another thing too. Like I posted, when we're filming this yesterday, I posted my moving announcement vlog, whatever you want to call it. And I mostly made that video for me, just because I do, like obviously I make videos for everybody and I love the community that we're in and stuff, but like especially my vlogs and stuff, I would say mainly my vlogs, also my book videos, but like since I've had my YouTube channel, I've always made like daily vlogs, because I really enjoy going back and like watching things. Like even if I get embarrassed watching vlogs of myself from high school, it's endearing still to me, because like she was just like a 15-16-year-old girl, like trying her best, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I made the moving vlog for me because it's stuff that I like to look back on in my life.
It's a huge step.
And-
It's a whole new
yeah.
era. That's like, I like to vlog my birthdays every year, because I can go watch my
Yes.
20th birthday, or
Yes.
like the other day I got my new bookshelves, and I was like, just like a different eras and different times in your life, having documented like that is really fun to see.
Yeah, that's what I think so too, because I do that sometimes. Like, well, one, I'll always rewatch the Book Girly videos, because obviously that's like a time capsule into your life, and like it's just so funny sometimes, like watch our first collab, and even like stuff that wasn't filmed, but we know like I filmed my intro to my like actual video last, so it wasn't as like painfully awkward. But like when Sarah and Haley tried to film their intros, we were all laughing, as we were like, if we get any comment of like, oh my gosh, they seem like they don't like each other, you guys have to understand that no matter what, like we're all comfortable with each other. And even now in the vlogs, I get weird anytime somebody else brings out their camera, because I don't know why. Like when somebody else brings out their camera, I immediately lock up. I'm like,
Well, it's because you're being filmed. You're literally being filmed, and it's
Yeah.
not like your clips to like edit and stuff. So it's the first.
Yes.
Oh, going back to that is so funny, because us now hanging out and stuff, it's just like the first time you meet people you don't know, especially in like a place you're gonna stay at for a few days. Oh my god, seeing those clips and just like knowing how we started was so funny. It's like, should we take out? Do you guys want to start? Like,
oh my god, stop! It's so painful. Or like, well, I mean, like, how do you want to go in? Like, no. Like now, it's just so funny too, because it's like, imagine meeting anybody for the first time. Like, imagine if you were filming meeting anybody for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's always like a little
Yeah.
awkward.
Well, you don't know what
meeting
they're
someone.
comfortable with too. It's like you're filming.
Oh
them.
yeah,
It's always
that's
weird.
a thing to navigate as well. But then it's like, if you're all doing it, like you all kind of like understand and stuff, but still,
Yeah.
like as soon as somebody else brings out their camera, even if we vlog together all the time, I'm always so scared of like how somebody else's audience like will perceive me.
Yeah.
Because I'll either sit and say nothing, like I'm locked up, anxiety is running high, or I will not shut up. And it's also because my anxiety is running high, but I want to do the direct opposite of just sitting there and seeming like, any form of a stretch.
So true. Like you like talking about that because I feel like you're really good in other people's videos because you like to, like, you're good at talking, like you're good at, like, if someone brings something up, like, you can talk, but then there's other times where you're just like, you let them do their thing and you're just sitting there. Especially, do you remember which video was it? I think we were doing your surprising us and you were about to reveal it, and one of us had the clip in our vlogs and you're just like sitting there like anxiously waiting, but no one knew because you had a huge secret. And then why is he so quiet? And then they saw your videos, like, oh, because she's hiding from them, like hiding that she was reading their favorite books. That was so funny.
I remember seeing comments that were like, and I remember seeing comments. Hey, we're not doing that. I remember seeing comments on that video specifically that were like, oh my gosh, Destiny is being left out because look at how sad she looks. I was like, guys, no.
We would never leave you out. We would never leave anyone out.
No.
But yeah, it's funny how you can like see, like watch the video and like that's what you see, and then you come out with like why you were kind of being a little quiet.
Well, even if you ever see me being quiet in somebody else's vlog, I guarantee you it is literally not because I'm being left out. It's because I am in my own head. So I'm either not shutting up or I am forcing myself to sit there and not say anything because I'm so scared to be annoying. I don't even know how we got there. Oh, I don't know. I was just talking about the moving vlog. Yeah, I posted a moving vlog yesterday.
You want to talk about your move that you haven't yet? Anything? Oh my god, wait, I wanted to ask you. This is such a dumb question, but I need to know if the time difference is affecting you. Because I know you wake up at like 5 a.m. anyway.
I will say it is weird because literally I think it was Sunday night I set my alarm to wake up at 5. And I have the Hatch alarm. And not to flex. Love it though. But I like do a whole entire wake up thing, which Isaac is severely annoyed by.
Yeah. Because he doesn't wake up as early as you.
Well, he's going to bed at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And imagine an hour after you fell asleep, you start getting a sunrise on the alarm and hearing wildlife. I have my alarm set to like birds chirping.
Well, because Isaac is used to working so late, and he's like, you have your routine in. Like, your routine.
No, my routine is laid. I'm not, and I have a little bit of a new routine that I can talk about if anybody's interested.
Oh, this is so fun.
Time differences. So I thought my Hatch was just going to connect to my phone and immediately go to the time difference. And this was the Sunday night. So this was the day that I dropped my parents off at the airport. That night I didn't get to bed until literally, I think it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I just couldn't sleep. My alarm starts going off at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was so confused. I was like, what is going on? Noticed that my alarm clock was still set to at home time. So yeah, it was 5 o'clock at home, but it was 4 o'clock here. I'd gotten 2 hours of sleep. So that was the only trouble I've had with time difference. Because it's only an hour.
Yeah, an hour is not that bad. But
the only time I think about it is when I text you in the morning on my walks.
Oh, no, that's fine because I can answer whenever. I'm used to you texting me. Like, I open my eyes and I see Destiny on my phone. Like, I'm used to that anyway. So you can text me.
The morning time is my thinky time. So, like, I'm up and at 'em and I have texts, like, shot off, fired, ready to go about the most, like, random things to Sarah in the morning. Like,
which is fine because honestly, it wakes my brain up because I'm like, I need to now put my thinking cap on what you're thinking about. You just get on your level.
Yeah, but
it was that, and my other question is if you were upset leaving your gym. Like, was that like a hard goodbye? Because I know that's your spot.
It was really hard because my parents, the whole entire week they were there, like we would be together all day, but it was always in the morning because they're so used to my routine too. Like everybody's used to my routine. Like they're like, Destiny's up, like we know what she's doing. And they were like, oh, do you want us to go with you to try to find a new gym? Like, because they knew like I was going crazy. And I was like, I need to find a gym that encapsulates the same vibe as my gym at home, because I'm still going to go there. Like when I go home, I still like have my gym membership there to go while I'm at home. But that was another thing because I am a creature of habit. as we were talking about, I have my routines, but like once I find somewhere that I like, I am there. Okay. I overcame gym anxiety once I found that gym. I was never anxious going into the gym. I never had to think about it. Like it was like second nature for me. So getting thrown into a new place and having to find a gym was awful. But I found one and I've been going. I got like a week pass and I've been going there, and it gives me the same vibes as my gym. Like it's a small gym, literally just there to lift weights. It's always empty. Like there are always machines open. Nobody's ever.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
it's not
so
packed.
It's really good and easy for me. It was easy to transition to.
Thanks.
So that's been good. But I do miss my old gym, and I miss the people there. Like I won't have the same relationship here as I do at my other gym.
When you go back, you still have it though, so you'll never let go of that gym.
Yeah, I didn't give up everything with it.
Well, I'm really happy for you. I speak on all of us. We're so proud of you. I won't say too much because I know you don't like when I go off like this, but we're so happy for you. We're so excited.
I appreciate it. I really do. I will say I got a few questions that, if you're a real one, I guess will be answered here. I think my most asked question about the move was if Charlie is living with me. And I mean, you guys heard her bark. She is living with me. I've said this, but I don't know if like Charlie was like a family dog, but everybody always knew like she was my dog. Like whenever the time came that I was moving out, she was coming with me. She is my dog. She was like, my parents got her for me.
She is your daughter.
Yeah, she is mine. Like, so yeah, she's living with me. She will live with me forever. She will live with me for the end of time. So I'm trying to think of like frequently asked questions. I think my second most asked question, because I did purposely try to not include this too much, but because I'm very private. Like I do share a lot, and I feel like we both equally like, we share a lot, but correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like we share a lot of like the super personal private stuff. So we still are sharing a lot, but there's still a lot that's private in our life. So on the matter of who I live with, I didn't want to like air their business out because like they're not involved at all in like any of the social media stuff. They don't want anything to do with it. So I didn't really want to sit there and be like, and these are my roommates, you know, like these are the people I'm living with, and just like shove a camera in their face. So I do want to address it though, because even in vlogs and videos and stuff, I was laughing yesterday because I was like, it literally looks like I live in this house by myself. Like there's never anybody.
Well, you have to
anywhere.
Respect their privacy. You can't start filming them in their routines.
No. And like them in the background, like I purposely don't film when people are like all in the kitchen and like all like whatever. But I do live with my boyfriend. That's primarily my roommate, me and my boyfriend. But we also live with two of our friends that I've known for years, and he does business and they work together. So they live with us because we all were making this big move, and obviously splitting rent between 4 people is, you know, a really good thing for us. Like that's just what worked with us best. And actually it was really cute because somebody commented, they were like, oh my gosh, you're living the new girl life, except like you've already found Nick. Yeah. And it's actually so funny because whenever me and Jared do talk about New Girl, he is 100% Schmidt, like 100%. Anytime I watch a show, I've always thought that. And then we have always said that Isaac is Nick. And we haven't locked down if Zach is Winston or Coach yet. He's a little bit more like Coach, but Coach isn't like super prevalent through the series, so it's hard to label him as that, but like that's who he is.
His personality is giving more Coach than Winston.
Than anything else. He's so Coach.
I'm so happy for you. Really.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see this new era.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun.
I'm very excited. I'm excited about I have a dedicated space. I know everybody was saying RIP the iconic room. I also feel that way. Unfortunately, I can't live with my parents forever, so I did have to say goodbye to the room. It was not easy for me to do, by the way. But I do have my room. I don't know when
Just wait till you see it.
By the end of the month. Yeah, I would say by the end of the month, you guys will see the video of me like transforming that room and stuff. It's literally basically everything except for like a few new touches, but it's literally everything from my room. And I just brought it into this like office space.
Yeah, just in a new
space.
It's
like my room, but elevated. And I feel like every single person that has seen the room has said it looks 100 times better than my room did.
Oh, it's stunning. I can't wait for everyone to see it. I texted Destiny. I was like, can I please have a sneak peek? I don't know if you're waiting for the reveal, but I like am itching to see what you've done with your
Okay,
shelves
I didn't
and
even
everything.
show you all of it. I have like a whole entire wall. I don't know. You guys will see soon.
Yeah, you'll
Sorry
see.
to be so
But-
tee-hee-hee, but
If any of you guys are wondering, now that 2 of my besties are in the same state, girly, I'm getting on a plane. It's now my time to shine.
I got that comment, but I've told Sarah so many times because she'll keep telling me, she's like, literally say the word and I'm getting on a plane and I'm going to come see you. And I was like, I feel too bad to ever ask anybody to come see me, especially because Sarah, we all know Sarah has opened up courageously about her flight anxiety, and I feel that so deeply about being so anxious about something that I would be like, no, Sarah, it's completely fine.
But I told her, like, even like her first like getting in there and stuff, since it's such like a big transition, I was like, if you need someone like there, like I will fly over. And she's like, no. And then before she said, I would feel too bad, like obviously making it on a plane and stuff, I was like, I knew you were gonna say that. Like, I don't say you feel bad, like I knew that was coming next. So I will be getting on a plane. I'm going to be in Texas one point or another this year. Like, it's gonna have
Which
to happen.
is a crazy sentence. Would we have started 2024 thinking that? I don't think so. I don't.
No, because I was supposed to go to, like, we had this plan, me and Chris and whatever. We had like we want to go to like south, like we want to go to Texas and we want to go to Nashville at one point. And I told them, I was like, I can't fly to Texas. Like, that was one of my points. Like, I can't. We have to take a road trip if you want to get there. But now that the second half of the year, my goal to exposure therapy planes, I have to do it. So it's going to happen.
Which is so courageous and kind. And I would have so much stuff here waiting for Sarah whenever she does that, because I'm so appreciative that you would be willing to hop on a plane and face that fear for
It's going
me.
to be so fun. Oh, yeah. We're
It's
going to have
crazy.
lots of Texas fun. I'm going to bring my cowboy hat. I'm going to bring you a cowboy hat, too.
Yeah, because I actually don't have one. Believe it or not, I don't.
I'll come with one.
And I will say, I don't know how to get acclimated to a new area, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're going to love it. I'm like, I don't leave the house.
You're going to have to, like, take a day. And you're
I
going to have to
know.
go explore just a little bit. Like, Texas,
I
I've heard, just has,
can't.
like, so many, like, cute, like, little, like, small business shops and cute
Yes,
spots. I'm
like-
going to look up and I'm going to make an itinerary for when I come. You can show me around, but then I'm going to be like, we go here.
I live here. You make an itinerary for stuff for us to do, because you know that I'm not going out.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I'll plan. We have to explore. We'll plan some Austin stuff. Plus, Haley probably knows every spot possible.
oh yeah. Also, Bath and Body Works yesterday, I just needed some candles for the house because I'm
Uh-oh.
a candles girl. I walk in,
They have a
Fall
sale?
Scents. Fall Scents. They have a
Yup.
sale, $10 off. Fall Scents, and I was like, okay. But the thing is I bought some of their summer scents that were on clearance, because I was like, okay, you have to be mindful when you're living with other people. You can't just follow it up in July and
No,
expect
you-
everybody to be down with the vibe.
Everyone loves the fall scents more, though. I texted Destiny the other night. I was watching a fall vlog. I'm
Yes.
like loving summer. I'm really thriving. I love it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching fall vlogs. Like, I want the cozy vibes so bad. I'm
No, I
craving
need
it.
them. I literally was sitting alone on my couch and I was like, I should put on Gilmore Girls. And then I was like, no, that literally feels illegal to watch Gilmore Girls in the
We have
summertime.
until
Like, that's
at least
purely
end of
fall winter.
August to start.
Oh no, definitely. Literally, let me tell you guys this. September 1st, my house is getting decked out in fall decor,
Oh, yeah.
and everybody's going to have to deal with it. Here's where I'm drawing the line. I'm trying to feel out, hey guys, I'm trying to feel out the vibe on buying a Spirit Halloween animatronic out in the front yard, because I do have to be mindful that, like, if you're coming home at night and I just have it out there, that it may scare somebody, because they have a Ghostface animatronic this year that slays, literally.
I think you do it. You have your
And-
own place now. You guys
Yeah.
should do
I
it.
just have to tell you guys that it's going to be out there. But I was already looking at Pottery Barn at their fall decor. Bath and Body Works has their stuff out. I walk into Michael's today. I'm looking for a cork board. Didn't find it, by the way. So sad. But I walk in, they have their fall decor out, and why is it the cutest thing I've ever seen? It's like this groovy pink orange Halloween
Oh,
vibe.
it's
and I was
cute.
like, okay, me.
Yeah, I can't wait to. They already put out like the back to school stuff and like Target and stuff, so I'm excited. Next step is the fall stuff. I'm sure.
Well, that's true for back to school stuff, because my heart no longer goes into palpitations anymore when I see back to school stuff, thank God. But every single time that I do see it, I do want to go back to school shopping. Like, that was my favorite thing, was to get my school supplies and put it in my backpack, fun. And I would rearrange my backpack.
There's nothing like a new backpack and new folders and new notebooks.
No, there is nothing like school supply shopping. I loved it always because I love stationery. Like, my school that I went to, they're like, first day of school, July 30th. I was like,
your school started? Wait, what?
Yeah, back when I was in school, in high school, we started school at July 30th. That was always like July 29th, July 30th. That was always our first day of school. Yes.
We started September and ended in June, and then college was August, September, and ended in like May. That is so crazy. That is so early. Our first day of school would be July 30th, and then the last day of school would always be like May 24th. Wow.
Isn't that insane? Because
they're stealing your summers.
Oh, yeah. And I was always so upset too. Like, I always felt like I only had 1 month of summer, because you know how I am. And I feel like all of us know how I am. Like, once I hit July, I was always just like nonstop thinking about that at the end of the month I had to go back to school, that I couldn't even enjoy the moment that I was sitting in, because all I was thinking about was having to go back to school.
Yeah, when I was younger, and I used to go to camp when I was little, and I remember asking the counselor like how long we had camp, like how many weeks it was, and she said something like 6, and I freaked out. She's like, well, that's summer. And I was like, blew my mind that summer was like only 2 months. Like, when I found out summer was 2 months, I was like beside myself. I was like, wow, we really are in school for so long. That like blew my mind. Like 10 months of school. With so much change happening in your life, it comes with a lot of anxiety of like, am I doing the right thing? Like, that's how I felt yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day from start to finish. The only way up now, the only way to go now is up. So hopefully a day like that doesn't happen again. That was like
truly hit rock bottom. The only place I can go is either up or grab a shovel.
Yeah. Well, it'll be up. This week is going to be a great week. Well, yesterday was Monday, so the rest of this week is going to be a great week.
Yesterday was Tuesday.
I can actually never get my days right, ever. I texted Destiny. It's happened many times. One time I've texted her, like, preparing the podcast. I'm telling her I'm charging my camera. Like, let me know when you're ready. Like, we weren't recording that day because it wasn't Wednesday. And then yesterday. You texted me that Monday. On Monday, you texted me. You said, oh, I put my camera in charge. I was like, oh, are we filming tomorrow? You were like, oh my God, it's Monday. I don't know. I just am not good with the days of the week. Like, I plan my weeks out, but I, for some reason, don't know what day it is. Florida. Yeah, you were in Florida at this point, and I sent the pod over early so that you could just listen to it. And then Sarah's like, okay, like, here, I'm getting this ready. Okay, what do you think? Like, I'll post. And then I was like, I was literally, it's like Monday. Yeah, she sent over the audio, but we didn't have like the Instagram ready, because usually we do that right after the episode. So I went to the camera, I started making something, I sent it right over, like, did it really quickly. I was like, I'll post it. Like, let me know, like, does this look good? But it was. And I was like, yeah, it looks great. There's no rush, though. Question mark. It's like, why are you working yourself so hard? I know. I was like, girl, you're like in a panic, and like it's Monday. Like, yeah. I don't know why I don't like check the days before I do anything. I even texted you, and I was like, I can do it before the episode goes out. Like, it's fine. I was like, no. And you were like, no, I'll do it right now. Like, I'll do it right now. It's like, funny, you were because like I was doing it, I think, right before we were leaving for something, all of us, and my brother was like, are you ready? And I was like, oh, let me just finish this. Like, I'm working. Like, you have to give me a second. And I did that, and then we left. I don't know where we were going. Nick, like, I'm literally working. No, I am working. But yeah, that was funny. Well, what a week it's been. What a week. I don't even know what I've done. I haven't done anything near exciting as you. Well, yeah, you were just, I don't think we had a pod episode where we talked about that you were in Ocean City. It's been a while. I was in Ocean City. Ocean City was amazing, really fun, really calm, really relaxing. I met so many cute dogs. That was like the highlight. My walks, it was too hot on like the boardwalk, so the sun was like beating down, so I would go to like the streets, and the owners of these dogs would just like leave them on their leashes on their front porches, and every house I would walk past, I'd be like, hello, and I would walk up to their dogs. That was like the highlight of my week, was those cute little dogs. I know. I live for your Ocean City dumps. Like, whenever I know Sarah's going to Ocean City, I'm like, this content is about to eat. Because Sarah has this effortless way of making literally every single thing in her life look and be aesthetic. Oh, and I love it. It's just a part of my brain. I'm like,
Sarah is just a living, breathing aesthetic 24/7. So when she's doing anything in life, but especially Ocean City, I'm like looking for the Instagram dump. I'm
I
like, where's
love
it at?
making little Instagrams. Well, when I left Florida and I posted, and remember my dad was, or I think I posted the video from Florida that I filmed like while I was there reading books, and I posted it. My dad was like, "You filmed this while you were here?" Like, because he didn't really like know what I was like recording. He just saw like what I was doing. But like after putting everything together, he's like, "That's what you did?" And it was like funny. But yeah, Ocean City was very, very fun.
Aren't you going back at the end
What?
of this month?
Oh yeah.
Aren't you going back?
The
Are you going to see Luke Combs?
Am I what?
Are you seeing Luke Combs that week?
It's okay. Next weekend is Luke Combs, and then the week after is Ocean City.
Okay.
So they're like back-to-back weekends. Extremely excited for Luke Combs because we got like the 2-day pass, so we have like a 2 whole weekend seeing him. It'll definitely make up for last year.
We are not repeating last year. We're not.
And it says on the tickets like rain or shine. So if it's
They
raining,
knew. Isn't it crazy that I think we had this discussion about your Luke Combs concert in the episode that I am telling you about how I think that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are dating?
is that when it was?
I think it was that episode, or like we talked about it. It was okay. Because did we pre-film 2 episodes in that spot? It was like one
Probably.
of those where I'm like wearing the blue thing, and I feel like we're talking about the Luke Combs concert in that spot. And then I think I start telling you, hey, I think
You're right because
Taylor Swift
I
and Travis
remember
Kelce are dating. And you were like, who was Travis Kelce?
I was just gonna say every time you would bring him up back then, I'd be like, literally, who are you talking about? And you'd be like, the football player I keep bringing up. And I was like, oh, but yeah, it was that time.
I was like shaking you. I was like, did you not keep up with them last year during the Super Bowl? Like the 2 brothers that were having to play against each other. And you were like, oh, I think I remember seeing that actually. I think I do. And I would be like, and then the thing is this is what's so crazy is I would tell Sarah about it and I would go on and on about it too. Like during that whole entire trip. Because that was like right when she announced 1989 Taylor's version. And he showed up to game day and he was wearing a blue and white outfit, 1989 colors. And it was called like 1989, like the outfit was like called like that. And I remember looking at Sarah and I was like, oh my god, he's wearing this outfit and it's called 1989. And Sarah was like, who? And I was like,
I told you the one thing I can't remember unless it's like prevalent in my life, like Taylor and Travis now. I don't know who you're talking about. I can't unless you show me a picture. That's like that one guy you always bring up that I'm like, who? And you're like the one dating the older woman.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Him. See, I don't even remember. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like that about, there's, I guess, this drama. I never watched One Tree Hill. I have tried so many times to sit down and be like, I'm going to watch One Tree Hill.
I couldn't get into that
I'm
one.
going to understand. Never. It took me this long to watch Gilmore Girls. Now, I don't shut up about Gilmore Girls, but it took me this long. But I guess the 3 of the girls from the show have a podcast, I guess. Like, me talking about, I guess they have a podcast. But I guess there's some drama. Like, there's some drama going on. And I was just seeing a TikTok before we started recording. But then they're just, like, stating their names. And I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Can you show me which one is causing the drama and who released a book? I don't know. I only know these things.
one of the actors. I think her name is Brooke.
I know the girl who plays her, but I don't know her actual name.
Oh, is it her name not Brooke?
It literally may be.
Okay, no idea then. I just know she has a really pretty voice.
She has a really pretty face too.
But we could be talking about 2 different people, but that's
we literally could. I know one of them is married to the guy from The Walking Dead, and he also was in, oh my god, what else was he in? I know him from something that is not The Walking Dead.
I never watched that show.
He was on Grey's Anatomy as well. Not as like one of the doctors. He was like one of the patients, one of the seasons.
I remember
But he
watching
was a
Grey's Anatomy in
prevalent
high
patient.
school.
Oh my god,
I
dark
stopped.
time. If you guys ever see me watching Grey's Anatomy, genuinely call for help. Oh, you went to the Reckless midnight release party, and I was just watching your vlog, and I want to hear more intimately about that.
I didn't record it because it was a surprise. I also didn't tell Destiny I was doing it.
I know. The way that I checked my Instagram and I click on the Instagram story and I see Sarah's at the midnight release party, and I was like, oh, this is so interesting, because like when she went to the Once Upon a Broken Heart or whatever it was called, Curse for True Love midnight release, like we talked about it so much leading up to it. She told me all about the event, and I literally haven't heard a peep about
It was a
this.
surprise the day of, and I'm pretty sure it was the day or the second day you were moving, and I was like, I am not. No, you were driving, I think. one of the days, it was early on in your move, and I was like, I am actually not going to be blowing up her phone while she's
Yeah, but then I did
moving
text you about
states.
it. I literally texted you about it though. I got someone
Yeah.
connection, and the first thing I did was text Sarah, and I was like, "Oh, so you went to the Reckless
Yeah,
Midnight
like-
release party?"
And I was gonna tell you, I was just waiting for you to get settled. I just didn't want to start going off.
understand.
But anyway, I'm about to sip my water. This is my dote, my very boring dote. I just don't want to
Oh,
gulp in the microphone.
don't worry, guys. I'll give you some ASMR.
Yeah, crack
with
your dope.
Sarah and I. Here. Oh my God,
Ooh.
this spills all over me.
That was a big crack.
Yeah, I know, right? In a new recent development, I started drinking my Alani's cold.
Oh, that's crazy news.
Like now, I can't drink them warm. Like I can't. I have to refrigerate them.
I
What
feel
is
like the
happening to me?
carbonation is like harsher when it's cold.
Maybe that's why.
It's refreshing.
It is.
Yeah, so I went to the Reckless Release midnight party thing, but I wanted to go when she announced it, but I didn't want to ask anyone to come with me because it's until midnight. Like I can't just like tell someone like, "Hey, come with me to this." So it started. Well, she planned. Okay, I got surprised by Danny, Chris's cousin, one of my friends, and she planned
Angel.
it before
Love
I
her.
even went.
Icon.
Yeah, love her. Before I went to Ocean City, Chris told me like you're not free or you can't be free. No, you can't be busy on June 1st because you're gonna celebrate with Danny for your birthday because we're going to Ocean City. I haven't seen her in a few weeks and like she works during the week. So I was like, yeah, like she needs to plan a day. So I was like, okay, I'll take off. I won't do anything the 1st. And then I forgot about it while I was in Ocean City. And then I come back and she texted me and she was like, gonna take you out for your birthday on Monday. We're gonna go to dinner. I'll get you like 4:45. I was like, okay, that's so much fun. And then it was like a couple of days later because I came back on Saturday, so maybe it was the next day on Sunday. She's like, actually, I think I'm gonna come over more like 4. And in my head, I was like, 4 so early for dinner. So I was like, maybe we're gonna do something before. I don't know. And then Chris kept saying you're gonna have so much fun, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun. I love hanging out with Danny, but the way he was saying you're gonna have so much fun, I was like, we are going to dinner. Like, what do you mean I'm
He's
gonna have
the
so much fun?
king of low key ruining this
For every time. And
But
then
it's just because he's so excited.
he's so excited.
that
He was
he's
so
like,
excited for me.
You're gonna have a lot of fun, by the way. You're like,
Yeah.
it's dinner.
Like, then my mom wanted to know where we were going, so we were all like in the kitchen, me, Chris, and my mom, and he was texting my mom like where we were going, and I was like, if we're going to dinner, why are you texting her? Like, it's just like a spot we're going. Is that the big surprise? So I don't know. They were being so suspicious, and then I was like, what is happening on June 1st? And then that clicked in my head, and I was like, maybe that's where we're going. Like, that's kind of like far off because planning a whole city day is like a lot, and I just like don't expect anything like that from anyone. So it was the day of, and I went to a yoga class with his sister, with Kylie, and on the way home, I was like, oh, so like, what are you doing today? And she was like, oh, seeing my friend or whatever, and then she was like, what are you doing today? I was like, oh, I'm seeing Danny later. We're going to dinner for my birthday. And then she was like, oh, yeah, that's really fun. And I was like, but I have this like weird feeling because she also like reads like us. And I was like, the Reckless like release party tonight, like maybe we're going. And she was like, I don't think like you're probably just going to like shop and then dinner because it was early. I was like, no, you're right. I was like, that's kind of like far-fetched. Like, you're so right. And then I get home and I'm getting ready and I set my outfit. I was like, is this good? And I was getting ready for the release party just in case. But I like dressed for dinner because in case it wasn't. I was just like, I don't want to like look silly. And then that morning before I left for yoga, I took a little picture on Snapchat and I saved it. And I was like, in case we're going to the release party, like, I just want to like note that I thought this. So I have that like saved in my memories.
That is so real because isn't it so satisfying when like you get a suspicion about something and you want to tell somebody that like you think that's what it is
Yeah.
in case it is, that way you can look and go, see,
Yeah.
I knew.
That's what it was. It's like when you see those TikToks of people like, I think I'm getting engaged right now or tonight.
That's what I was about to say. You're giving the vibe of like you getting ready for the release party. Like it's the same vibe as people that can get ready with me. Like I think I'm about
Propose
to
to.
get engaged.
Yeah. But I texted Chris that morning too, and I was like, just tell me if I'm going to New York tonight or not. And he was like, no. Like, weird. But then I got ready. And
Weird.
then, yeah, she came and she picked me up. And then while we were leaving, my mom was like, be careful. And I'm like, why would we have to be careful for, I don't know. Danny was like, what did she mean be careful? I was like, I don't know. Danny was
but
trying to play it
again,
off.
every single time we leave the house, your mom is like
she does.
giving us a 5-minute speech about girls, please be
Yeah.
careful, please, 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 please.
She says stay together because she always says it. And then we got in the car and where she gave me like a card, like a birthday card, and then in the card was the tickets. And I was like freaking out as I started screaming and I was like, no, you're kidding. And she was like, no. I was like, I kind of knew this, but like I was freaking out. And then we drive up my block and then Kylie gets out of her car and gets into Danny's car. I was like, there's no way we're all going. I was like screaming. Okay, so we stopped at the Barnes first because I had to pee. So I was like, let's just go in there and like see the vibes. But it was just,
Which is real.
yeah, it was like normal. Everything was fine. And then we left and we went to dinner, which was like a couple minute walk from the Barnes. And it was
And
us.
where'd you eat?
We went, it was really, really good. We'd have a picture of it because it was so good.
Was it Italian? Was it
Italian?
American?
It was Italian.
Okay.
It was called Ribalta.
Okay.
I got pasta that was phenomenal, and we got pizza. So good. Delicious. Amazing spot they picked. Which I'm just like in my head, like freaking out that someone planned this for me. Like actually freaking
Aw,
out.
it is really sweet when somebody plans like a whole entire thing for
Like
you.
so
it's
kind.
Like yes.
But yeah, after dinner we went to walk back to the Barnes. Oh, we stopped at the Strand because where we ate is by the Strand bookstore. So if you ever want to go to
Love.
Strand, that restaurant's delicious. But yeah, we walked back and we didn't know like lining up or anything. Like I've never been to like a midnight one. So I didn't know if it was like the signings I usually go to. I don't know. But we're walking back and we see across the street before we cross the street to get there that the line is already like wrapped around. We're like, oh, we didn't know this is like what you have to do. So we walk around to get into line and the line is wrapped around like 3 times around not around 3 times, but like 3 blocks. So like
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So we get in line at like maybe like I actually have no idea. They let us in at I actually don't remember. But we like waited in line for a bit and they came around, they gave wristbands. I was number like 250 in line and there were still like so many people behind me and I was like shook that they were letting this many people in, but they just shut down all of Barnes. Like you couldn't go in unless you were there for the release party, which it's a huge Barnes. It's like 4 floors. So like there's space, but like seeing how many people were going in was crazy. And then they were telling us like they split up everyone in there. So there were 3 sessions of the Q&A with Lauren. So
Oh God. I'm just
yeah.
thinking of how much of a long day that would be for her.
No, right? Yeah. She was also there in the morning like signing the books because it wasn't a signing. I thought it was a signing. But since I realized there were so many people that like, no, it's not. She just signed the books early on in the day. But yeah, I was so excited. And then we went in and we went straight to the Q&A because we were like the first session. And she did that. We like, people asked her questions. She was talking about the new book. I was going to ask a question, but I got too nervous. And I think Danny asked a question. I forgot what she asked. Oh, she said, can you hint like the title of the 3rd one? And she was like, oh, like just wait for tomorrow. Like there's a little whatever. She like revealed it basically the next day or the day after.
Which
and then,
isn't it? What's the title? It's
it's Fearless. And later on in the night,
Yeah.
we were standing in line.
Fearless.
Yeah. We were standing in line later at the night because to get the book at 12, they said you could like start lining up whatever. We were like, we did all like the fun stuff they had around like after the Q&A. You can like get a bookmark, you put a little temporary tattoo, like all this stuff that you could do. So we did all the step and repeats, like taking pictures with the cardboard cutouts. There was nothing else to do. So we waited in line to like get the books. We were like thankfully close to the front of the line. Like we didn't have to wait at midnight very long, but we waited in line. We were like, I don't know what to do. So to pass the time, we tried to guess the name of the 3rd book. So we're looking up words that end with less because obviously that's what it's going to be. And I was like, hopeless, no. I guessed fearless. And I wish someone knew that I did that.
You
because
should
I
have put
felt
it in your
so smart.
Snapchat though, because like Snapchatter didn't happen.
I know, but I said it. I said it's gonna be fearless because hopeless is too sad. Like all of this, like different words. I was like, it's gonna be fearless.
Well,
Listen,
it has to make sense with
Yeah.
the series because like powerless because Peyton doesn't have powers. Reckless, I don't know. I haven't read the book.
it just like felt right, fearless, and I was like, I know this is gonna be it. So I swear I'm not lying, but. We also passed the time. It was us, and then we met up with a friend. Her name is Destiny. Des, shout out Des. But
Hey,
we met up
shout out.
with her and her mom, and we were standing in line, and we went through. I think Danny bought Powerless because she read on her Kindle, so she had Powerless because she signed some of those there. So in line, one of us would pick a page, she would skip to the line, she'd read a quote, and we'd have to guess who said it. Like, we played that game. And then we started playing
that's
it
cute.
with Throne of Glass books, because Danny had all of them on her phone on her Kindle. So we would pick a book and, like, guess who said what. That was fun to pass the time.
That's so fun.
It was so fun. But yeah, it was so fun. I also met so many people. Like, I actually was mind-boggling. Like, it's so insane. Like, I sent Destiny a picture of some girlies were wearing bookmark
Yes.
merch. It was so...
Which was the best thing to be sent too.
Like,
Like when I saw that
yeah.
picture, I was literally like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Like they're literally wearing
Yeah.
the merch out. I haven't encountered anybody doing that yet.
It's
I'm
the
hoping one day I
craziest
will.
thing in person, because obviously you've been sending in pictures and we've seen people posting, and that's just crazy. But I said hi to a few people, and then these 3 girls came up to me, and they brought bookmarked merch with them, and I took a picture with them, and I said I have to show Destiny all of you have bookmarked merch. So sent that to Destiny, and then yeah, that was the whole night. It was really fun. We didn't get home till really late, which was like, obviously it wasn't until 12, but it was so fun. Such a fun experience. Then the next day I went to Barnes to get our book club book for the month, and I saw a bestie in there wearing bookmark sweatshirt, and I was like,
No way.
no, at my local Barnes. I was like, there's no way right now. It's so
literally-
cool.
Now I want to go to Barnes and try to search for
You just start just
Now
start
I've
standing
convinced
up.
myself that if I go to Barnes today, I'm going to see somebody wearing merch.
It was so crazy seeing it in person, but I met so many people. They were so nice, so kind. It was so fun. It was a great experience. I mean, again, I wouldn't have asked anyone to come with me, but I'm happy that they planned that out and we all went.
Oh,
'cause
but it
they
worked out
also
exactly
loved
how it was supposed to.
Yeah, it was so fun. I was crying after. I was like, I can't believe you guys went and did this and planned this for me.
Well, because I feel like I'm like that too, where I don't need nor want. I'm very weird about people getting me things, period. Like, I don't like receiving things at all. Actually makes me sweat whenever somebody tries to do it. But I've been trying to get over that because I would be upset if I tried to give somebody something and they acted whatever about it. Anyway, whatever. But I love when somebody will do something like that. Like, people have put in so much thought and effort into doing something for you to celebrate you because they love and care about you. Like that in handwritten letters,
That
is
makes me
all
cry.
I need.
Yeah,
I
I just
know.
showing that it's thoughtful.
Yes.
It's just so crazy. Also, I posted in my recent video, I got birthday presents, and just the thought of someone picking something out when thinking about me, I'm just it makes me want to cry. It's just so nice. Was that last week? Has it been a week? Yeah, it's been a week.
That was July 1st because July 2nd is when the book came out,
Yeah, so
which you read.
I've read. I
have
ended
not.
up reading it over the next few days, and I put it in a video. So that video, when does this come out? Tomorrow? On Friday. You shall see. Everyone,
Yes,
I didn't
I'm on
realize,
the edge of my seat.
sometimes I forget that we post about books and our opinions and stuff. So when I'm updating that I'm reading something and everyone's like, oh my God, can't wait to hear your thoughts. I'm like, can't believe people want to hear my thoughts.
I have that thought all the time. Every single time that I update Goodreads, in I used to not want to update Goodreads, but everyone say thank you, Sarah, because it's almost been a year since
I
that
needed you on
iconic
there. I was like, I
1989. The week of the 1989 announcement is when
Yeah.
Sarah got me back on Goodreads, and we had our first fight on camera.
That was the best. Yeah, it's on Destiny's channel if you want to watch. So fun.
Yeah, but she got me back on Goodreads, and I used to not do it because I thought if people saw me update on Goodreads, they didn't really care about my YouTube. I just had that thought that nobody
yeah.
cared.
I was like
but
that
I'm
too,
the same
yeah.
way. If I see you update or Rachel update or Sophie update or George update or Haley update, anybody that
Mm-hmm.
I'm friends with, I'm like, ooh, I hope that this is in a vlog or in a video
Yeah,
or
it
something.
gets
'cause
you
I would
excited.
see you read it. And even people will comment I'll full on rate and leave a review, and somebody's like, I can't wait to see your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is in a video. And I'm like, why do you guys care about me?
Yeah. I love scrolling on Goodreads and seeing what everyone's updates, what page you're on, whatever you're doing. And I was like, I need Destiny's
Yeah.
updates. I can ask her, but I want to see. So
I did do a rant though about Goodreads where I just wish the homepage was just for the reading updates, and there's a separate tab for community updates of what they commented on somebody else's thing or what they posted.
Yeah.
I wish that there were 2 different tabs.
I think when we talked about it I don't remember, we talked about Goodreads at some point, and I said that I wished when I follow someone or I comment on someone's post, it doesn't show up as an update on my page.
Yeah.
And someone said in settings there's a way to turn it off, but I tried to look. So if anyone knows how to do that, please let me know, because I commented
Unfortunately,
on,
that's too much effort.
I know, but I commented on a friend's post and it went onto mine, so I deleted it, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I won't be doing this. So I
And
don't
I
need
want
everyone.
replies.
Yeah, let me reply. When people comment on my post, I wish I could reply to them, unless I've seen people they'll comment back oh, they'll put the name Rachel, whatever. They can't tag
Yeah,
them.
but it's
There's,
are they coming back to
yeah,
the post
you have
to see if
hope
any...
Rachel's coming back to see you
No,
comment.
and Rachel's not coming back.
I know, I just wish I could comment back on there, yeah.
Rachel.
Rachel, please.
Is that also the name in that one meme where it's like, you idiot? No.
No.
Did they say a name in that? Why did I always say, Rachel, you idiot?
I think it is Rachel.
My iPad.
Rachel's a popular meme name.
Shout out bestie Rachel.
Shout out Rachel.
You got a popular name. Rachel
meme.
Green, icon, moment. Oh my God. Also, last podcast episode that we filmed, my hair was blonde. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Huge elephant in this room right now.
This color's a little bit lighter. Well, my roots are my natural hair color, but like throughout my hair, it's a little bit lighter than my natural color. But went back to my natural color. No more eyelash extensions. Don't get my nails done.
It's a new start. It's a new era for real. Like a huge.
It is a new era.
And people are asking if like I'm next for Texas, but like lose that thought. If I ever move out, it'll be just out of my house in the same state because Chris works in New Jersey. He can't go different states. We say all the time, like, if we wanted to, like, we have flexible jobs and we're able to do things. So if we wanted to go visit you and, like, stay in Texas for a couple of weeks, like, that's the extent of it, but not moving to Texas.
Well, that's the thing. It is a blessing to have jobs where you can do that. Like, you are flexible enough that you can, like, well, we up and moved because everybody has jobs that we're fortunate enough to be able to do that, but also like you said that you guys have jobs that you can like up and go somewhere literally if you wanted for weeks at a time, like, and it's just like
he's a realtor, he can work remotely, but he has to be where his listings and his places are, which is Jersey. So I'll be a Jersey girl for the foreseeable.
But Sarah loves Jersey, and we love Sarah in Jersey.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
But I feel like it fits your vibe. I got a lot of comments saying that they thought that I already lived in Texas. I don't know how.
It's because literally when I met you, I thought you were from the South.
That's what I got a lot of comments of people being like, I guess, I thought I talked about where I'm from a lot, almost to a dangerous point. But a lot of people were like, I did not know that you lived in Indiana. I literally thought you lived in Texas, or like at least like some type of southern state. Like you give Southern Belle. And I'm like, you know what? Sweet Home Alabama is one of my favorite romantic comedies.
There you go.
Is it a romantic comedy?
I don't even know what it is.
You've never seen Sweet Home Alabama?
Is that
with Reese Witherspoon?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Quiz. Have you ever seen Safe Haven?
No.
I'm trying to think of what else. Have you ever watched Dear John with Channing Tatum and the girl from Mamma Mia?
Yeah, I actually love that one. Is that the one that... Oh, wait. No, I like Letters Juliet. What is that one?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the military movie.
No, I've never seen that one. No. I'm talking about Letters from Juliet. Isn't that one?
I've never seen that before.
Wait, hold on. Did I make that up? Letters...
Literally, you might have...
Letters to Juliet with the Mamma Mia. You've never seen her? You've seen this?
Nuh-uh.
Oh my God, it's so good. You need to watch it. It's like romance, whatever. You need to watch it.
Okay. You've seen The Notebook though.
I feel like I have.
Oh my God, the fact that you can't say for sure is like killing me. Have you seen The Last Song?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was about to say, because I'm literally thinking like Nicholas Sparks like owns the rom-com dramatic genre for romantic movies.
Yeah, well, I only have seen these because my stepsister, I think when I was younger, they would like, that's how I like knew or watched them, but I don't recall anything.
You know what came out? I cried at the trailer and I need to see it right now. Like if anybody can get me an early screening of this movie. It's a movie that I have been seeing that they've been filming for the past like year or something. I remember seeing set pictures, I think in New York City, of Andrew Garfield.
Oh.
And Florence Pugh. And it's called We Live in Time. And from the trailer, it's like past, present, is it future or like whatever? And the whole entire concept is like, I think what I gained from it is Andrew Garfield's character is like very obsessed with time. Relatable, actually. Because at one point he's like, oh my God, the quote from the trailer is that I'm so busy like looking ahead that I never look at what's in front of me. Literally get that tattooed on my body because that is me. Like I'm so worried about the future that I'm never focused on the present. But anyway, it's like a romantic, emotional movie about him and Florence Pugh. And it's like you see them meeting, you see their relationship in the film. It's A24, so you know it's going to hit. I need to see that movie more than I need to breathe, actually, I think.
When does it come out? I saw a little poster on Instagram today. Oh. There's time.
Which
It's soon.
seems like the perfect fall movie.
Yeah.
But their chemistry off the charts. I think Florence Pugh could have like energy with like a block of wood, and it would be great. But the two of them together, it is magical, and I need to sob in the movie theater seat with popcorn and Airhead Extremes and a vanilla Diet Coke. That's how I need to, and I need it to be AMC recliners.
And you'll be there in a few months.
And I'll be there in a few months. Also, everybody's talking about The Bear. I think we're on season 3 of me ignoring The Bear hype, but I think I'm gonna feed it into the hype, and I think I'm gonna start it. I'm watching House of Dragon as well. Little updates.
Yeah.
Obsessed with it. The last episode that came out, I did just cry over an edit before we started filming. If you know, you know. Something happened in the last episode, and it made me want to sob my eyes out.
I wrote down, speaking of shows and movies, over the span of us not like podcasting it a little, like so much has come out on books adaptations. So I wrote down all the ones that I've been seeing.
Oh, okay.
There are so many. First, we have Butcher and Blackbird. Did you see that?
Okay. So should we say whether we care or not?
Like, yeah, like kind of, because this one I kind of do. Like, that, you didn't read Butcher and
You
Blackbird,
liked
did
this
you?
book, though. You liked this book, though, didn't
really
you? It was
did,
a
but
4.
like what I read to like the screen, like I just like it's gonna be like crazy. Like you have 2 serial killers like in love. Like that's gonna.
I think this could be iconic for sure.
Okay, I think so too. I think if they get the right casting and everything, like I think it could be really good. Okay.
By the way, I'm saying this with no recollection of anything that happens in this book. I've never read it, but I know that there are 2. Actually, I read like 10% of it, and then never picked it back up.
1,000 Boy Kisses.
Don't care.
I feel like that.
Okay, let's take this same premise. Give me If He Had Been With Me, and I'm going to care 1,000 times more. Like, if we're talking about that genre.
Like, sad YA.
Like, sad young adult.
I read this one, like, years ago, and I can't really recall. Just kidding. I recall, like, the second half of the book. But I, like, can't picture this on my screen.
I remember all of it. I remember that they were like childhood friends. He moves away. He comes back and he's like a bad boy all of a sudden. And she's not talking to him and he doesn't understand. And he's like smoking cigarettes and like doing all this bad boy stuff. And then she finally tells him.
It's
like,
going to probably give like Wattpad-y.
See, this is going to give me like To Be Original. Like that's what it's giving me.
Which I think we knew this, but Happy Place is like officially becoming what's it called, but they also picked up Funny Stories. Now all of her books.
I saw that she's writing the script for Funny Story.
For Funny Story. I literally cannot wait. I saw this yesterday and I started freaking out.
I know. I saw this and I was like, Sarah is literally going to lose it, especially since she herself is in control of the script.
Oh my God.
Think about how much power that is, honestly. All hats off to, is that how you say it? To Emily Henry, because that's such a big thing to not only get the rights of your book bought, because here's the thing. This is my loose knowledge, because I remember hearing this, and I say this fact to everybody, is that so when authors have it, you can sell the rights for the book to be made anything. That does not mean that the author will have very much say-so at all. I think you can negotiate how much say-so you have in it, if I'm not mistaken, or like you can like negotiate it, like, yeah, I'll sell the rights to the book, but I write the script, I do this, and if somebody buys it, that's how it'll be. Stephen King famously hates majority of the adaptations from his books.
That's so sad.
Pretty sure this is a fact.
He like your work and your thoughts and your time spent creating this and like not enjoying how or not liking how it came out. That's so sad.
But I cannot agree. Stephen King, I love majority of your book adaptations into movies and film. I think they're done brilliantly. I mean, we have a few strays. Don't get me wrong, and I understand. I would be upset too. But the thing is that like I think Jenny Han, is she a director and producer on the Summer?
She's very involved. I don't know like the titles she has, but yeah.
Yeah. I love, because I think she's always like, she always has the headphones on like a director or a producer. Yeah. Like she's kind of like behind the scenes.
Like, yeah. This says that
to have the script
written by the author, like it's gonna be so good. Like, I'm so excited.
Because even the script kind of tells you like cues and everything. Like it tells you like deliver this line in this specific way. You know what I mean? Like it gives like little cues. Yeah. So she's gonna be writing the script is gonna be great.
It's gonna do so. I'm so excited for that one. But the other ones, all of them say just like film adaptations, but The Happy Place is going to be a series. And that one's like the one that's like most recently like picked up. It has the the whole thing behind it. Isn't it J-Lo's production company? Isn't that the whole thing?
And I was so heartbroken when I found that out.
I didn't even know she had a
Because
production company.
But Happy Place is like me
Yeah.
in a book. Like I
Yeah.
love Happy Place so much. Like it is so me. And so when I heard that her production company was the one making it, I literally just counted it as a loss.
And I don't know if like how much, if it's just J-Lo's like production company. I don't know how much J-Lo actually has into all of this, but what does my girl know about Happy Place?
I can't take the loss of Happy Place. Like I genuinely can't do it. Like when things like, let me think of a loss I've had adaptation wise. Oh, I loved One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid so much. I still think about that book all the time. Like the quotes from that book are outrageous. Like they are so good. It got turned into a movie and the movie was like low-key awful. It like did not capture the emotion that is that book. Like that book is so strongly emotional. Like imagine getting, like, you fall in love with somebody, you assume that they're dead, like you just come to terms with the fact, you get with somebody else, you fall in love with this other person, and then they show back up. Like,
Yeah, a crazy concept.
have you ever seen Castaway?
No, what is that?
Oh, with Tom Hanks. It's like one of his most infamous movies aside from Forrest Gump. I feel, at least in my family, it was.
There's so much, like every time I feel like I open up Instagram, it's like, oh, rights are signed for this book.
And here's the thing, it's very slow moving because like the Love Hypothesis got the rights bought
Oh yeah,
for.
I forgot about that.
And here's the thing, are we just, and this could be a whole conversation within itself that I could go on and on about, are we losing originality within Hollywood to the fact that like we're just buying up all of these rights to the movies instead of like coming up with like an original idea? Do you know what I mean? Like I want to see these books adapted, like, because obviously if you love something you love to see it on screen, but at the same time, do you know what I mean? Like it's like,
I think it's because they've seen how fastly, like, even just authors becoming like so popular and how big like reading and all of this stuff, that since they have no original ideas, like what else can they take? They can't redo all these movies. They're gonna take from books. Like there's so many books they could take from that could be incredible on TV, but they're just like
any Sarah J.
left and
Maas
right.
series.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think we covered a lot of ground this episode, caught up
lot.
with what we've been up to.
Yep.
So we hope you guys
Next.
enjoyed this episode. I feel like it was literally just like us talking on the phone. That's what this
Yeah,
whole
because
entire
we
episode
haven't
felt
really
like.
caught up either because so much has been going on. But next week, maybe maybe look into our favorite stuff next week. 'Cause we did.
Yeah.
That'll be
I feel
fun.
like it's been a long time. I feel like it's been almost a year since we did like a favorites episode. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're due for
That'll be fun.
talking about our fave things.
We just need to catch up with you guys, with us
Yeah.
together. So
We couldn't jump into the favorite things and not catch up first.
no, there was too much unspoken.
Yeah.
So-
Beef between us. I'm just kidding.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to us yap for a bit. Everyone say congrats to Destiny. We're so proud of you. and
Stop.
that's
Not
all.
all at once. Like, calm down, guys. Like, we're
Um,
getting a little wild.
But thank you. We will hopefully
We'll
see
see you
y'all next Thursday.
Thursday. Next Thursday. I was going to say week, then I went to Wednesday, then I went to Thursday. It's Thursday, besties. We'll see you next Thursday.
Thursday. Bye.
Bye.